future whispers in dead waves. Charts breathe, pulse of cold echoes where the numbers float. Every tick a breath I chase, lost inside this market space. I'm trading futures, trading time. Lines of rhythm, dollar signs. In the silence I align between the noise and the micro beats and macro dreams, golden silicon, endless streams. Patterns form then fade away. Prophet's ghost won't ever stay. My pulse synced with the candle's flame. Fear and calm, they sound the same. One more tick, another try. Balance on the reason why. Risk is a rhythm. Patience, a sound. I breathe between the bars of now and next. I'm trading futures, sharing time. Fading lines through liquid signs. Every loss and every climb, all dissolve inside the mind. stay. My pulse synced with the candle's flame. Fear and calm, they sound the same. One more tick, another try. Balance on the reason why. Risk is a rhythm. Patience, a sound. I breathe between the bars of now and next. I'm trading futures, sharing time. Fading lines through liquid signs. Every loss and every climb. All dissolved inside the screens glow like city lights. Heartbeat caught in the candles rise. Ticks drift through the static haze. Future whispers in dead waves. Charts breathe, pulse of cold. Echoes where the numbers float. Every tick a breath I chase. Lost inside this market space. I'm trading futures, trading time. Lines of rhythm, dollar signs. In the silence I align. Between the noise and the micro beats and macro dreams. Golden silicon, endless streams. Patterns form then fade away. Prophet's ghost won't ever stay. My pulse synced with the candle's flame. Fear and calm, they sound the same. One more tick, another try. Balance on the reason why. Risk is a rhythm. Patience, a sound. I breathe between the bars of now and next. I'm trading futures, sharing time. Fading lines through liquid signs. Every loss and every climb.
Afternoon stream, let's get it. Neon on the mic, yeah. Neon stepping in, yeah. Session wide awake. Night shift laid the ground. Matt set the play. Now it's midday money. Structure on the screen. Neon seeds acting holy, price moving clean. No FOMO type in the channel mode. We learned that lesson back in 24. Half gap buys when the market dips. DD bands bounce and we let it rip. Bulls on flashing like a warning light. If it's not a line, we let it slide. Patience, heavy, discipline, sharp. Room full of killers, but we play it small. When the clock strikes noon, liquidity rising, feel that boom. Calm hands on the play, red to green, we pivot that way. The room shows up. Yeah, the room shows up. Yeah, yeah. Volume builder, feel that shift. Market makers tryna midday drift. Fake break high, yeah, we seen that move. Liquidity pocket, we approve. Wish fan blowing when the entry's tight. Stops place clean, risk held right. Not gambling candles, we stacking skill. Consistency over chasing thrill. Chat moving steady, no chaos here. Green heart emojis when setups clear. If we win together, we lose composed. Trust the system, the blueprints closed. Yeah, yeah. The room shows up. Yeah. The room shows up when the clock strikes noon. Liquidity rising, feel that boom. The room shows up. The room shows up. Calm hands on the play, red and green, we pivot that way. The room shows up. The room shows up. The room shows up. The room shows up. Silence when the setup phones. Heartbeat with the market stones. One clean entry, breathe, don't rush. Midday pressure, but the room shows up. The room shows up when the clock strikes noon.
What's up? What's good, fam? Yo, yo, yo. What's good in the hood, baby? What's up, fam? The room shows up. What's up, fam? Am I actually live? Am I actually live? Who was here yesterday for the technical glitch? What's up, people? Turn that off. I went in the Discord. There's some new songs. Let's start off with one. Pop out chat here. Welcome to the room. Zarum show up. Pop out chat. Now I can see y'all. Awesome, awesome action today. Super clean. So far. And pin that. Good song. Mike said any short setups from here. So I tried a short. What time was it? Let me take a look. I had a really clean session, except for the short. I had a couple of clean scalps at the open that were short side. And then pretty much everything's been long side since then. I did try a short. I think it was here at the top of this seed zone. Let me go to a 15. It's what's up, Jay Will? So no, it's mirrored. So it just kind of, so it's more like I'm looking towards the charts because I was looking off the edge of the screen before. It might look a little chaotic, but let me just see. Because it was a very liquid session. So for the first 15 minutes of the session, I was just doing small scalps. And then I tightened up a little bit. Let me see. Data series. Execution. Okay. All right. So the chart was this. It was very clean. It was very clean action today. So if we go back. Okay, so first you could see this was just scalping. This was just scalping in the opening rotation because it was so liquid. But then the main trades started when we got into this decision block down here. So this is why it was so clean. We had this decision block, right? The midpoint of the decision block. Let me just extend this, right? It's always the cleanest. It's always the cleanest pivot. I'll trade 25% and then 50% into the block. I waited till we got to the midpoint and I got the long on there. I took profit on an initial burst. I added, and then I took profit at the top of the zone. So that was like, that couldn't have been any cleaner. And then we made it all the way up to this decision block up here. And if you were here yesterday, you know I said usually I wait for a stable block above to be claimed for 15 to 50,000 contracts to trade above before I would trade the decision block below it. But because we've been so squeezy, I was like, you know what, as we came into this decision block and this mid pivot, I just put the trade on. So again, I traded this one to the long side. And then this is where I started to try to take a short. This was a little bit of this was like a 65% probability, and I just couldn't, like, I was scaling in, I was trimming, managing risk, and I just couldn't get it, and I gave up. I gave it back about 20% of my gains from the previous trades, and then I gave up on that. Then all of a sudden we got this sell-off into what is the stop area for this decision block trade, right? The typical entry would be the midpoint of the decision block with a stop right here. But if you were around again yesterday, you know that when we get close to the stop, I'll watch the action really closely, because if I see a possible opportunity for a turnaround, I'll enter right by the stop and I'll just place my stop right below. And I did that. I only held that for like 30 points, not for the entire move. But this was just a clean opportunity, because it was like all of a sudden, it seemed like some catalyst, there must have been some news or something. Some catalyst drove the market down, and we were right below monthly hedge pressure on ES as well. And I think res was positive, MHP res was positive at that time. So I'm like, all right, like, you know, this is a good opportunity. This was a 65% opportunity as well. And then here we are. Now, if I go to a, let me see. I thought there was another opportunity in this. Oh yeah, that same exact trade popped up again. Look, we came right to the stop area of this decision block, right? Main pivots in the center. Came right to the stop area, and then we turned around. But I didn't take that second opportunity. I didn't want to push my luck. But anyways, so long story short, the short I tried outside of the opening drive, I just couldn't get it. And then, you know, it did take off a little bit after, but I don't know. I was out of sync with that move, and I just gave up on it. And I just said, you know, let me just trade to the long side. So I don't know. This decision block's getting kind of. We've been in this decision block a while. Let me see. 11 a.m. Yeah, we've been in this for a few hours now. So I don't know. Now that we're just rotating here and we haven't launched off of it, I'm becoming kind of directionally neutral from this spot. Let me just hide the chicken pox. I don't really like seeing those on the chart all the time. There we go. So let's go to a 15,000 tick chart. Now we have MHP. We have MHP. And MHP res on ES is positive now. So I mean, I guess technically it's still a long side out of this zone, but there's been already 3 or 4 opportunities around this zone, two or three of which I took. No, 3 of which I took, 2 of which were winners, 1 of which was a loser. So, it's been a really healthy, sharp session. Price action's starting to get a little bit rougher. But I'm still watching this zone. I'm still watching this zone. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. I put the fan. I want to just thank everyone for. I want to thank everyone for the. It was cool. The smash the like the fan art. That's cool. Not fan art, but like community art. That's cool. I thought that was cool. So I put this one in that little box, and then I put the rest in a little folder. So there's one. I like that one. I didn't see that one yesterday. Smash the like. That's cool. That one's cool. I think, well, I pretty much got all of them. That one's cool. That's a chubby me though. And then and then that's the main one. So I really appreciate that. I humbly appreciate that. That's really cool. Thank you for that. You know, I really appreciate that. That's cool that you guys did that. State of Baker said, how am I feeling about Upper DD shorts if we get there? Very shy. Very shy. Very shy. Over the last 2.5 weeks, okay. Last week and the week before, I only went long. Managed risk well. I think I had maybe one red day, maybe two red day, maybe one each week. I was sized down, but not clean, easy sessions. Safe sessions. Didn't get myself in trouble. And then Monday and Tuesday of this week, I tried a couple of shorts on both days. Very difficult. And then I might have tried a short here and there every day this week. And the long side trade has been easier. So I'm just being cautious. I did take some shorts at the open today that were profitable, just scalping the tape. And then, but the main trade idea I tried today was a bust. So I don't know. Oh, you know what? Excuse me. Yesterday I had a great short. Yesterday I shorted DD band on NASDAQ. And that gave me over half of the session's profits. But after that I traded to the long side and had a big long side trade. Small size, but big travel. Let's see what else we got here. 909 said, what's the difference in those three P&Ls? Slippage or are not copy trading these accounts? So one of them got out of sync. And then, so the 525 got out of sync. So that's why there's a difference there. But the other two, because I was scalping the opening action today, it's just the price was moving so fast that there was like, you know, it was like $20 difference here, $30 difference there. So those two, technically they were in sync. It was just a slight delay between the executions between them. Are we doing a giveaway? Yeah, we'll have 3 giveaways today. 2 accounts and a boot camp. We still got 2, let me see. 3 BC? Oh yeah. We still got 3 boot camps to give away. Smash that like button. ID 1610 says, feels like the market's completely rigged. What do you think? Yeah, of course the market's rigged. Who said it wasn't rigged? I thought everyone knew that. Sorry, I thought everyone knew that. Yeah, it's rigged for sure. But honestly, what do I mean by that? Okay, what do I mean by that? Do I think the market's rigged? Rigged. Here's what I think about the market. Okay? Here's what I think about the market. You know, years ago, the market, like, it would trade on fundamentals, right? So the market would kind of move in movements that made sense according to the news. I'm talking 50 years ago, 100 years ago, even as recent as 20 years ago. There was still a lot of fundamental movement in the market. And of course, there still is. But the group of participants who are technical and trade based off of charts, and, you know, even hedge funds, institutions, you know, more of them use charts now as well. So that's changed the dynamics of the market, that people think, oh, you know, the action's odd and weird, disconnected from the news. So some people say it's rigged because of that. And then also part of it is because, like, this is just my feeling. It's just my feeling. So one is that there's more gamblers than ever, right? The market's more disconnected from reality than it's ever been, because it's become more of a video game than I think than it used to be. And also it's like, you know, markets, they just, especially with electronic trading, the markets are just in search of liquidity. It's just a game of let's find liquidity. So the market doesn't always make a logical move to where it's going. It's like, you know, the market is moving around, hunting for where there's participants on both sides of the trade. Because market makers don't want to have to take one side of the trade and then have to hedge their position. The least they don't want to hedge. They just want to host people placing bets on both sides. They want to go to spots where there's players on both sides of the bet so that they can collect their VIG. They don't want to take one side of the trade. This is just the way I view the market in my head. It helps me visualize and navigate the chart, right? Where are there participants on both sides of the bet? Because where there's participants on both sides of the bet, market makers can host the game and collect their fee. If you're in a spot on the chart where there's only players on one side of the bet, market maker, they need to make the market. They need to take the other side of the bet. Then they need to hedge that so that they end up neutral on the trade, right? They don't want to do that. They just want to host. So they're moving the market around, and they also move it around in patterns that create liquidity, right? You know, reverse engineering the way that the market moves and the way that participants react to it so that they can move it in patterns that will create liquidity, right? That's number one, right? So that's one reason why people think it's rigged, because it doesn't move in direct correlation to reality. And then number two, why it sometimes feels like it's rigged, is because it's a game played by human beings. It's a large group of people playing this game, and the reward is financial, right? So humans are programmed to do whatever they need to do to survive. That's directly related to finances. So if there's something that, you know, people who have a natural will to survive and accumulate resources, if they're participating in a game where the prize is directly linked to their survival and their fruitfulness in the open world, there's a huge benefit to cheating if you can get away with it, right? So there's cheaters in the game. There's cheaters in the game, right? I mean, just ask yourself this question. If someone said to you, hey, this is not, no one knows this, but the market's gonna open at this price tomorrow. I'm only telling you. And you knew if you acted on that information that you could make, you know, X number of dollars, and you knew you weren't going to get caught, ask yourself, would you act on it? Think hard about that. And then think hard about whether the market's rigged. It's rigged. Right? It's rigged. It's a game played by human beings. The prize is money. There's enough humans in there. Like if you get 100 human beings in a room, one of them's going to be a total asshole, right? So you've got thousands and thousands and millions of people playing this game. There's cheaters, okay? There's cheaters. Who wouldn't? Give me you know, the thing is rigged. ID1610 said, great answer. Hey, ID1610, thank you for sticking around for that answer. That was a really good question. And that is truly how I feel. I think that's my true answer. But I'm glad that ID1610 specifically said good answer, because he asked the question. Thank you for asking that one. That was a good question. Really interesting. Like, that was a thought-provoking question. Ian B said the only people not cheating in the market are the ones who don't have a way to cheat. I agree with that. With one small exception is I think that there's some people who have an ability to cheat, but their risk of being caught is high enough that they don't do the cheat. You know, because there's lots of people in the market who have the opportunity to cheat because there's so many human beings involved in the mechanisms, but some of them are more susceptible to getting caught than others. Some of them are more susceptible to being caught than others. But I personally, I like the way that the market, like, to me, the market movement post 2020, I like it. I like it. There's more gamblers and there's more losers. There's more, I think, I don't know. The market's liquid for the most part. Like, I like gamblers coming to the market. I like the more participants, the more gamblers, the better. They create extra liquidity. And the cheaters, you know, whatever. I don't mind them because I don't pay attention to the news. And the cheaters' moves shows up on the chart. Whether you know information or not, there's one thing you can't hide from. Your trades show up on the chart. You can't have your transactions show up on the chart. The only thing is, obviously, sometimes there's late prints at the end of the session for, like, balancing. You know, that's bogus. That's not cool. But for the most part, the cheaters, their transactions are showing up on the chart. Leo Energy said, can you define the market as liquid? Yeah, the market liquid meaning spreads are generally tight. You know, the spread between the bid and the ask is tight. And the size, even though since algorithmic trading, the size shown on the bid and the ask is not the real size. Because now, you know, the algos only show small size. There's icebergs. There's algos quickly stepping out of the way to absorb orders, to rip people off, all that stuff. But for the most part, you know, the spreads are tight. And, you know, if you're paying attention to the dynamics of the session, you can find, you can identify when it's not liquid, like when you'll have big slippage, and when it is liquid, and, you know, when you can kind of get in and out as a retail trader. You know, with reasonable size and not have the market, not have your trade execute at a much different price than you're planning, you know. And I found personally, it is proportional to the size that shows up in a single execution. Like if you put an order through for 20 contracts versus putting an order through for 20 contracts split, you know, like a machine going like really fast, much faster than that, but the market reacts differently to it. The algos see it differently. But so you can kind of find liquidity, extra liquidity, using techniques, algorithmic techniques for entering and exiting. But what do I mean by liquidity? I just mean like the bid and the ask is tight and you don't get too much, like you get filled close to where you expect to get filled. Okay, here we go. We got a question here. 333 LGC says, wow, it's amazing how ES bounced perfectly at the hedge pressure blue level. Do you know? Oh, you know what? I think that level came into play on one of my trades. Let me just see. Good question. 1234. No, I guess it didn't. Oh, it was monthly hedge pressure that came into play for my log. Okay. Anyways, going back to your question. Do I know how much it costs approximately for the data per month that gets connected to Rocket Scooter platform? Great question. Okay. So the Rocket Scooter platform, it draws those pivots at the beginning of the session. There's 2 data connections into the platform. First of all, the link to get the platform is in the description. It's rocket.place. It's on sale. I think it's $100 for the first month, and then like 160. Or you can get lifetime. Lifetime's cheap as well. Anyway, the data connection. So there's 2 data connections. One is, I think it's $10 a month for just equities data, but it's just limited data. The candles won't flow like they do here, because this is a full data connection. To get a full data connection, you could just open an AMP account and deposit $100 and then tell them you need CQG API credentials for Rocket Scooter, and they'll give it to you. I think that's $10 a month as well. I have both. I have an Optimus account where I use API credentials, and then I have the equities data. I don't really use it, but it's only $10 a month. So just in case someone wants to like see NVIDIA or something, I keep that active as well. And then 333LGC, the data connection, the platform itself, and like how it bounced off that level and all that. There's an entire strategy that the inventor of that platform, Matt, has. Like, he created a whole strategy around it, and there's a 20-day boot camp that goes through how to trade that strategy. Speaking of which, let's give away a boot camp right now. Let me change this to 2BC. I might do a donation today to get that BC back, because I don't want to make it to the year 0. I want to keep us in the BC region, just so we can keep giving away boot camps. Oh, you've been watching the boot camp? Congratulations. All right, let me fire up the giveaway engine. It's Live Dice says, aka Matoski, aka Matt. Yeah, you know, I changed Matt's name in my phone to Matoski. Let me see how I spelled it. I think I might have spelled it with 1 T. Let me see. No, I spelled it with 2 T's. M-A-T-T-O-S-K-I. M-A-T-T. Oh, I didn't put a W in it. Yeah, I'm not putting a W in it. I don't have a W in it. Yeah, Matoski. I think that's how I spelled it. Yeah, M-A-T-T-O-S-K-I. Matoski. Yeah. That's just, that makes sense to me. Matoski. All right. So let's go ahead and give away a boot camp. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you again for the community artwork. That was really cool. Smash the like button. Look, jump on that like button. Look at that. Look at that. He's wearing white sneakers. I don't have white sneakers like that, but look at that. That's cool. Smash it. Oh, he smashed his monitor in the background. I've never done that. I've never done that. The last time I got upset trading was probably five or 6 weeks ago. My risk manager add-on in NinjaTrader exited out of a really good position in my TPT account, and messed up a whole trade, and I kind of slammed the door to my office that day. That was the last time. All right, let's do the boot camp. Let me fire up the giveaway engine. New window. I don't know why the giveaway engine wasn't already open. Giveaway time. So we got 3 giveaways. We got some giveaways. We got 2 prop accounts. 2 real good prop accounts. Real good. I wish every session was as clean as today. Hopefully it signals a change in the environment. We'll see. And it's nice that we're starting to get Rocket Scooter levels back into play. MHP really helped me today, because I was paying attention to how we were interacting around it. Well, sorry, stand by. Bookmarks, giveaway engine. Here we go. Even Trade said we need you at Brad's stream to do accents. What accents does Brad? I don't know. Does Brad do accents? I don't know. Some people don't do accents. All right, guys, it's time to do our giveaway. All right, let's go ahead and get our giveaway engine fired up here. All right, let me just get up the channel. Day trading with Matt. Hold on a second. Day trading with Matt. I gotta type it in every time. I don't know why it asked me to do that, but I have to type it in every time. All right, let me just get this fired up here. All right, we're gonna type boot camp in chat. Boot camp. Go ahead and type boot camp in chat if you're interested in winning yourself a boot camp. All right, we're monitoring. Go on and do it now. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. All right, guys, go ahead and type boot camp in chat. We're doing a giveaway for a boot camp. Go on and type it. Don't be afraid now. That person needs a smack. All right. Irish? The Irish one. You know what? I've been to Ireland many times. Half my family lives in Ireland. I can't do the Irish accent. I can't do the Irish accent. I can't do it. Like, I can do a couple of things. Like, I can be like, oh my God, I'm bloody shattered. I'm shattered. Totally shattered. Such a long day. Absolutely shattered. My uncle says it like that. All right, we've got 25 captured messages so far. All right, 52 seconds, doing a little countdown, but we'll keep it going for a couple of cycles. All right, you've had enough. All right, the Sir Darb's here. All right, Sir Darb just gave us a boot camp giveaway. All right, it's a 4-to-1, so that means we can give away what? Now we've got, all right, so that's what, 4? No, plus 4, so 2 plus 4. 2 plus 4, let me see, 2, 3, 4, carry the 1, multiplied by 2, divided by 3, plus 3 minus 2, 6. We're back to 6 BC, mate. All right, guys. 6 BC. Bless your heart. Bless your heart. Sir Darb's in the house, the nighttime host. Go tuck yourself, Darb. Go tuck yourself. You little scoundrel, you. You little scoundrel. Sir Darb's in the house, guys. Give it up for him. Give it up for him now. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got on Darb. Thank you so much. Darb's the man. Guys, we might have some new people in the house. For those of you who don't know, Sir Darb, aka Brad, aka Sir Darb, is our night shift host. So Darb has his own show on this. There's 3 shows on this channel. One show is hosted by Matt, aka Matoski, aka Matt. He's the inventor of Rocket Scooter and the creator of this channel. He has a show. I have a show in the afternoons, and then Sir Darb, aka Brad, aka Sir Darb, has a show, his show called The Night Shift. So it's at 7 Eastern. Make sure you tune into that. It's a banger show. They get squirrely over there. We captured 32 messages. Oh, you know what? I found the giveaway engine. I found where the giveaway engine was. So now I'm gonna have to reposition this window. Let me see. This might be a little bit sketch. Let's see. I found the giveaway engine. Yeah. This program's trying to pin it to the corner. Because I have that program that puts my windows. Yeah, it's trying to pin it to the corner now. Gonna have to resize it manually. Son of a gun. Son of a gun. Alright, let's just see if it pops up. Brave giveaway, application, doc, Brave browser. There it is. All right, we're good. We're good. They tickle a lot of wicks there. Yeah, that song's funny. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, so we've got so far 32 entrants. Type boot camp if you're interested in the boot camp. Where we at on the chart here? Let me see. Okay, now we've officially given up that. Now we've officially given up that zone. So I would say we're claiming this stable block now. So to me, now we're in totally neutral, neutral territory, because the next pivot down is 26,277. Let me see if that lines up with. That basically lines up with low of day on. Oh, you know what? Yeah. Man, I should have held that longer. Wait. Look at my. Man, I should have just held one contract. Look at this entry. I trimmed it too soon. But you know what? You can't anticipate that your entry's gonna. That's just luck of the draw. Look at the entry on that. Boom. It was like right at the pivot. And that line, oh, we were at hedge pressure. Okay, I knew hedge pressure came into play in the morning session. We were right at hedge pressure there. On ES by proxy. So that helped that entry as well. Yeah, that's why today was so clean. Remember how remember how I always say, like, my favorite setups are when I get confluence with a rocket scooter level? That's why. Because it tends to just be cleaner. That's why I love rocket scooter. That gave me extra conviction. Right? So when we don't always have rocket scooter levels, because we're in an untraversed area the last couple weeks, it gives me pause. Okay, Muhammad says he wants to learn trading. Congratulations. Okay, so you landed in the right place. Muhammad, are you still here? Muhammad, if you're still here, type something in chat. Muhammad, if you're still here, type something in chat. Muhammad. I don't know how. Muhammad, that's the correct way to say that name. Muhammad, if you're still in chat, say hello. Type bootcamp in chat to enter the giveaway. Oh, Darb said that's what you call a wick tickle right there, right? I wish I could always get entries like that. Boot camp. All right, guys. 300 people in the room. The room shows up. Okay, Mohammed is here. Okay, Mohammed, here's, in my opinion, right? This is the fast track to learn trading. Is you just landed on a gold mine. Okay, so rocket scooter, first of all, Mohammed, type boot camp in chat. Type boot camp because it gives you an opportunity to win this boot camp. So the platform on the left-hand side of the screen, it's called Rocket Scooter. At the beginning of the session, it draws high volume tradable pivots. You don't have to worry about drawing them. You don't have to figure out how to draw support, resistance, blah, blah, blah. It draws them for you. Then it has, like, they're called auxiliary indicators. So it's like extra things that help you know whether they're going to be support or resistance. Now, what I'm saying might seem a little bit disconnected. It depends on how much you know. Might seem a little over your head, a little confusing. But that platform, to summarize, that platform tied with the Rocket Scooter Bootcamp, if you don't win it, click the link in the description. There's a link where you can buy it. It's only $20. But that platform, coupled with the knowledge from the bootcamp, to me, it's the fast track for people who are trying to learn trading or are struggling with having just minimal edge. So you have a equity curve that's just not, like, it's just hard. It's difficult. Maybe you have bad drawdowns. You don't have structure in your system. It's the fast track. It's the fast track. I mean, it really is. So that would be how I would learn trading if I were starting again. So how can you start? Watch the boot camps. once, twice. Watch it, you know, watch them as many times as you want. You gain access to the boot camps if you win, or for $20 you can gain access to it to watch it. So the boot camps, it's pre-recorded videos that you can watch on your own time, but also once every few months, the inventor of that platform and the host of the boot camp will kind of reteach. So what he'll do is, based on general current market conditions, we'll have like pre-talks about the upcoming lesson, and then kind of listen to it alongside the community. So that's how you do that. All right, guys, let's go ahead and do the drawing for the boot camp, and let's congratulate Mohammed for just landing on this place. Sounds like he's trying to learn trading, and you know, just so happened to land on a place that's not trying to scam you. Congratulations. All right, so we're gonna pick our winner in 7, 6. Mohammed, we start our countdowns at 7. Okay, we like to go off book a little bit here. We have fun. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pick a winner. Z Malik, congratulations, you're a winner. It's Flat Die says it's Flat Die says tough. Nobody, tough room. I didn't see the joke. Let me scroll up. It's Flat Dies. It's Flat Dies. Nobody, tough room. I didn't see the joke. Z Malik. Is Z Malik? Z Malik, nice. Z Malik said nice. Either he always says that or he knows we say that. Nice. Congratulations. Click the link in the description for the... Let me try to say it fast. I'm warming up my mouth. Isn't that what singers do? Okay, here we go. Click the link in the description for the Discord. Go to the contest channel. Message the admin name Slacks with a screenshot of your YouTube ID, and he will hook you up. That's pretty good. That was clean. If you need those instructions, just play back the stream in slow motion, and you'll be able to hear them. No, click the link in the description for the Discord. Go to the contest channel. Message the admin name Slacks with a screenshot of your YouTube ID. He'll hook you up. But I am proud. I think that was a clean distribution of those words. Okay, Moke Shop has a good question. What's up, Moke Shop? For those of you who don't know, the first time I ever read ZZY's Moke Shop's name, I didn't quite see that it was Smoke Shop. Obviously, it's Smoke Shop, but I pronounced it Moke Shop the first time, so I've chose to stick with that. Okay, I didn't want to quit. I stuck with it, so I call him Moke Shop. What's up, Moke Shop? So Moke Shop says, "What's the resilience number? Calculate. What's the -37 referring to for NQ?" -37. Let's see. Well. Right, okay, so let's just talk about what resilience is, because it might have changed. Now it says -43.8. Okay. So, Rod Trades, what's up, brother? So what is the resilience indicator? So there's three resilience numbers, but there's 2 types of resilience. There's hedge pressures resiliences. There's 2 of those. One is weekly and one is monthly. And then there's gap resilience. There's just 1 resilience for that. Okay, so first, what is gap resilience? Gap resilience is used to determine the likelihood that the open, the close, and the midpoint between them, which is half gap, which we refer to as half gap, if it will be support, resistance, if it will be support or resistance. The way that resilience number is derived is, what it does is, it, on a market cap weighted basis, it takes stocks in the underlying index, okay? And if they're trading below their half gap, like let's say in this scenario, there's a gap today, right? And it's more useful the larger the gap. If they're trading below their half gap, it mathematically assumes the value of that index if that market cap weighted stock closed its gap to the downside, right? It mathematically assumes that. And if it's trading above its half gap, it mathematically assumes it closes it upward. So it does that for all the stocks in the underlying index, and it comes up with a resilience number. So if the resilience number is greater, right? It's the resilience number is greater than 0. It's saying, oh, like there's a more stocks in the underlying index, market cap weighted, are likely to close their gap upward versus downward. So it's a gap fill predictor. So it's useful around the gap. I use it most in the opening 30 minutes to hour and a half of the session. If the gap is small, I pretty much ignore it because it's a gap fill predictor. If you've got a small gap, who cares? You've got something that helps you predict a small range. It doesn't matter as much. But if the gap is large, it's a gap fill predictor. It gives you edge in a larger span of price distance, then it's more usable. So that's gap persistence. That's gap persistence. Then what's hedge pressure's resilience? Hedge pressure's resilience does the same thing, market cap weighted, calculating something based on the underlying stocks. But what the calculation is the number of stocks in the underlying index that are above or below their weekly hedge pressure, in the case for weekly resilience, or monthly hedge pressure in the case for monthly hedge pressure resilience, right? So the cyan one is the weekly and the orange one is the monthly. So let's just say, for example, 90% of the market cap of the underlying index is above its monthly hedge pressure line, right? Which is a tradable support level. They're all above it. It gives you a more of a bullish bias when the index comes into its monthly hedge pressure, right? So let me just give you an example here. Okay. So look on the right chart, right? See where my mouse is? I'm wobbling it around, right? So on the right chart, I don't know, it shows 2 cursors. I think it's something to do with the streaming platform. But see where the leftmost hand is? So right there, there's an interaction with the monthly hedge pressure on S&P, right? On the ES contract. So that orange line's monthly hedge pressure. So when you're trading around that pivot, you have 2 places you can look to get some confluence on what's going around there. The first place you can look is you could see, does the word say support or resistance under the line? You could look there. And then you can also look down at the resilience value and see if it's above or below 0, right? And if you see it's above 0, 2 things will happen. Number 1, you know that that's going to say support. And number 2, you know market cap weighted that more of the market cap in the underlying index is trading above its monthly hedge pressure, which is a bullish signal. So it's an auxiliary indicator which helps you trade around that pivot. Technically you don't have to reference the resilience value. I'm not sure. Does anyone know if there's a way to hide the text under the levels? I'm not sure if there is, because some people might not want to use it. Some people might want to say, you know what? I know monthly hedge pressures are a high volume pivot. I'll figure out directional bias myself. They have their own system. So in that case, you don't need to refer to it, but it's an auxiliary indicator that's powerful that you can use. I think this was a community song. Pretty sure this is a community song that was added to the list yesterday. I think this was Liquidity too. Okay, Mohammed asks, do we teach candlesticks? So the answer to that is, the only thing we really use candlesticks for on the chart is just really referencing where we are on the chart, but not really referencing the patterns or the shape of the candles. Because they tend to be, those those candlestick shapes and candlestick patterns, they tend to end up being neutral edgewise, right? They tend to have very inconsistent edge because they're not always, the shape of a candle is not always driven by the liquidity, but the market ultimately is driven by the liquidity environment. So like, see this candle right here, right? If it closes now versus closing, like let's say all of a sudden there's a spike in price and then it closes and then price goes back down, that's going to change the shape of that candle. So the moment in time that it opens or closes becomes significant, but ultimately the moment in time that it opens and closes is random. So therefore candle patterns tend to have oftentimes somewhat random results. Ashley said, did I notice a big difference in my edge when I started using the software? Yes, about 3 to 5% increase in accuracy, which, you know, because I already had very solid edge, but it just helped me, like, you know, maybe once or twice a week, a trade that would have been a loser will be a winner or will be sit out. Like, you know, when you trade with a 65% accuracy, if you can get that up a few percentage points, it will have a big impact on your overall numbers. Cumulite said, how many trades a day do I take on average? Usually 1 to 3 trade ideas. 1 to 3 trade ideas, but my execution style is not always the same. So sometimes it'll be like, oh, you know, I get in at a level and I kind of hold. Sometimes it'll be like I'm scalping in, I'm scalping out, I'm scalping in, I'm scalping out. I'm trying to find the apex of a trade. So in that case, you know, it might be two or three attempts. So technically it's, you know, 3 trades, but it's 1 like trade idea. But I would say 1 to 3 trade ideas per session. Depends on the environment. Like today, let's see. Today I traded. Mohammed, take the boot camp and tune into the streams every day. And by watching the streams, you'll just, you know, you'll learn to watch charts, watch trades. And by taking the boot camp, you'll learn how to tie all the information together. So the boot camp is very much step by step. The boot camp's very much step by step. Tuck Flip says, Neon, do I see us flushing? So right now we are sitting, no. Okay, I have a very exact reason why I say no, but it could, like I'm neutral from here, okay? Let me just, that's a good question, Tuck Flips. So why am I neutral on that? Okay, so if you look on ES, we are between hedge pressure and we're between monthly hedge pressure right now. Right? Monthly hedge pressure, we already had nice interactions around it. Weekly hedge pressure, we already had 1 interaction around it. So we're between 2 highly liquid spots. So we're in the middle of 2 highly liquid spots, which is a liquid spot. That's one indication of why it's hard to get direction from the middle of this area. Now, if you look at seeds, look where seeds is. It's in the middle of 2 decision blocks. It's in a stable block, a highly, you know, a stable liquid area. So generally speaking, I prefer initiating trades from, you know, kind of the edges of where the market's making decision points, like the pivots, right? So right now we're like in the middle, so it's almost like there's no read. There's no read. The market can just rotate here until it drives one direction or the other. Like I couldn't place a trade from here. I would have no edge. And the only trade idea today that I got wrong was me trying to, other than the opening drive scalping, was me trying to short in the middle of a stable block. You know, initiating a trade in the middle of a stable block is usually not great. I'm very interested to see if we get down into this lower stable block, decision block. You know what happens down here at this pivot. The interaction this morning was super sharp. So you know, we'll see. That was my main morning entry. It was right at this pivot. So my best trade was this pivot. My worst trade was trying to short this pivot in the middle of a decision stable block. Let me see. Sometimes I forget exactly where my trades are. Yeah, here. Oh, it was all the way up here that I was looking for the short. And then this was a really nice long. This zone was really clean. Really clean action there. 345 people in the house. Let's do another boot camp giveaway. All right, guys, type boot camp in chat. Type boot camp in chat. It's time for another giveaway. Reset tool. Reset your tool, boy. Go ahead and reset that tool. All right, if you just typed it, type it one more time. For the sheer fact that I just hit start capturing. Guys, smash the like button. I still haven't figured out the perfect spot on my screen for the giveaway engine. It still blocks. It still blocks one of the charts. If we do bounce, I don't know if the market stays bullish, I'd be surprised to see if the market stays bullish and if we get into this decision block, I wonder if we might not make it into the midpoint of the decision block. I'll keep an eye on this. I'll keep an eye on the upper pivot, right? 25% pivot, 50% pivot. The 50% pivot was the one I traded in the morning. But I don't know. We'll see. Watch the action when we get down there. The action is definitely slowed down. It's got more muddy. At 12:20, we all of a sudden had this drive down. I traded this sequence up. Was that, I don't know. I'm not sure if that was mechanical or if that was a catalyst. This happened very suddenly. This happened over the course of, like, I don't know, it was like 2 or 3. It was very sudden. And I kind of just jumped in at the bottom because the technical setup was nice. But I'm wondering if that was a catalyst or if that was just technical. We dipped below MHP. $345 people in the house, guys. If you're just joining, we have detailed instructions on how to hit the like button. Just watch right there on the screen. There's the detailed instructions submitted by members of our community. There's one of our instruction sets. There's another instruction set. There's another instruction set. This guy looks like he ate the smaller version of me. And then that's the other one. I'm really liking this one right now. Not clear enough. Smash! I didn't even look. Let's see how many likes we got. 168. Guys, let's go ahead and juice that up. Nice. M System says it deserves a like. Absolutely. Guys, let me ask you all a question. First of all, we're doing another giveaway, another bootcamp giveaway. Let me ask you all a question. Any of you guys take shorts today? Or were you guys all long bias? What was your... I know the technicals were long side, but it was a little confusing towards the open because I'm pretty sure we had negative gap resilience. Yeah, we had negative gap resilience around the open, which is part of why I was scalping short side at the open. Jason Cruz, you never short? Okay. Cameroon, mostly shorts. Gabe took shorts at the top. 909, who had a donation yesterday. Thank you again. Long. Eva trades both and got smoked. Sorry to hear that. Travel journals in the house. Just exited another short. Imp Fits Outfits said both. Kazar said you short and got squeezed. T Vlogs, shorts. Oh, SR20 DET took YM short. Hey, 20 DET, how do you like YM? I traded YM. I probably haven't traded YM since like 2019, but I remember YM. I remember it moving really like in sweeping moves. I don't know. I haven't looked at that YM chart in a while, but I remember it being really, I don't know, kind of clean, like easy to trail your stop. EMP fits, but met your buffer. Fat GPT said, when in doubt, always short. Frank shorted. Kevin G. Last week, 90% of your trades were short, scalp shorts. Nice. Must have good discipline if you were scalping short and doing well in that uptrend. Oh, okay. Kevin answered it. Yeah. Travel journal, like squeezed. It's just like it's like a verbiage that's referred to when like a squeeze is referred to like when you see certain price movement on the chart and you think the price movement is indicative of short sellers having to exit their positions, and also long traders entering positions, so it creates like a double buy effect. And like the way that you refer to it as is a squeeze, shorts getting squeezed, or a short squeeze, or a squeeze. You know, you don't always know what's happening underlying, but on the chart sometimes you can, based on the action and experience, you can think like, oh, I think shorts are getting squeezed out. Another word is also like annihilation. Shorts are getting annihilated, but that can go both ways. The downward word is what's the downward word? Capitulation. Neon Seeds is my creation. Yeah, I created that over the course of many years. I finished it in 2022. Jason Cruz says wrecked. R-E-K-T. Yeah, for real. All right, let's do our giveaway. We've got I guess type bootcamp in chat. Right now there's only 14 entrants for this bootcamp. Let me see. Did I type it in right? Bootcamp, yeah. And smash the like button. Bill Jeff, what's going on? Good to have you here. If you're new here, thank you for being with us. The room shows up. We go live every day at 1:30. We also got a show at 8:30 Eastern in the morning, hosted by Matt, aka Matoski, the founder of this channel. And at 7 p.m. Eastern. Sir Darb, aka Brad, aka Sir Darb. The night shift. Also, for the members of our community, the beta is going to be going public to the stream family. So that'll be going public, so you'll be able to gain access to the beta for the prop score site, which gives you insights into comparing prop accounts, you know, and which are better in certain areas. Price per drawdown, ease of passing evals, you know, dollar, like time it takes to get to the first payout, things like that. So there's a whole scoring model which will help you compare prop accounts, and also you'll be able to get good deals on the prop accounts. You'll be able to start using, actually you can use it already. If you're buying props from any of the accounts that are not in the top of our site, in the top of our stream rather, you can use code SCORE, SCORE, and you can get discounts on others now. Noise only production says any props to give away. Yeah, we got two bangers today. Guys, smash the like button. If you don't know how, that's how you do it. Okay, 384 people announced, only 195 likes. I don't know what's going on. Let's get a technician out to that like button. All right, here we go. Time for the giveaway. We have 2 prop accounts to give away. They're actually 400. The 2 accounts that we're giving away are 50K accounts. We got some banger accounts to give away today. Let me see. We got 2. Oh, these are 2 of the favorite brands. 2 of the most popular brands of props we're giving away today. And we're giving away boot camps. Okay, so this drawing right now is for a boot camp. Let me bring up the giveaway engine. And then we got 2 50K prop accounts to give away. Okay, here we go. Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pick a winner. Tuck Flips. Tuck Flips, you're the winner. Type something in chat. And then real quick, J Bomb said, what was the ticket you used to get the leftmost screen? I'm not sure what you mean. J Bloom, I did see your question. I'm just not sure how to interpret it. Let me know. What was the ticket you used to get the leftmost screen? I'm not sure. Oh, okay. Okay, let me answer that for a second. Okay, 1 second. Just Tuck Flips, you want the boot camp, right? Tuck Flips, you want this boot camp? Nice. Tuck Flips, just want to make sure. Yeah, okay. Click the link in the description of the Discord. Go to the contest channel. Message the admin named Slacks with a screenshot of your YouTube ID. He'll hook you up. Smash the like button if you're on the stream. Okay. J Boom, have you connected your CQG credentials to Rocket Scooter yet? Have you done that yet in connections? Okay, yes. Okay. Okay, so here's the deal. So the quickest way, the quickest way to get tickers into the screen is not to type them. Unless they're equities, then you can just type them. The quickest way is watch. So I'll click on first of all, whatever you click on is the one that's going to populate. And what you want to do is click on the one you want to populate. And for me, I think this is the quickest way. Go to the hold on, let me just move my chart up so you can see it. Go to this little up carrot. I like carrots. Go to the little up carrot and then go to the risk interval /DD tab. And then here's where you could see all the different tickers. What you want to do is, like, let's say you scroll down to NASDAQ. Make sure you're on the correct month. Right? Hit the drop down, make sure you're on the correct month. And then once you're on the correct month, just simply click on the ticker text and it will populate. Watch, just to give you an example, I'm going to change this to NASDAQ September. And then I'm going to click on this. And you could see that's NASDAQ September now. That's the easiest way to do it. Okay, that's the easiest way to do it. I should really make a video on that because when I first got the platform, I was confused as well. The levels do not work. The levels are for the individual contract. You should roll over. You should roll over. Why is this thing now not? Uh-oh, this is a bug. It's not minimizing now. I gotta close and reopen Rocket Scooter. And then move this down. And then for some reason, it always resets to a 1 minute time frame. And mine always seems to reset to SM. I don't know. It's just, you know, I do this every time I open it. Oh, what a rally. Whoa, wait a second. We're reclaiming. Hold on. Oh, okay. We're just back up to the stop area. Okay. Yeah, so this could just be rotation in the stable block. If we start getting up into here and reclaiming, you know, then I mean, right now this is just expected action, expected random action based on my strategy. All right. So, okay. So the two accounts that we're giving away are Lucid 50K. You do not see the carrot? You don't see the carrot? Does anyone Kevin, we're not giving away the account just yet. Does anyone not see the carrot at the bottom of the rocket scooter? I don't know what would cause the carrot to not be there. The up carrot that you can use to open the risk interval. And well, how? If you can't see the carrot, how did you do your data connection? If you didn't do the carrot, how did you set up the data connection? Because you have to go in that same menu to click the carrot. So I don't know. Yeah, so the two accounts we'll be giving away today will be Timothy, what's up, brother? The two accounts we'll be giving away today are Lucid Flex 50K, banger account, people love it, and the TPT 50K test. Oh, Jay Bloom, yeah, you have connection, risk interval DD, and event feed. Yeah. So click the up carrot, and then that menu I was just browsing through, that's the risk interval menu. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, the tab isn't called carrot. The just this little button. This is referred to as like the up carrot, down carrot. That's what I meant. But you just have to get into this. I'm not sure if you're joking around with me or not, but okay, all right. So you weren't joking around. You just didn't. Okay, yeah. Sorry. That's this little thing in softwares they refer to as a carrot, up carrot, down carrot. You know another one I learned recently. Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad that you didn't know what it was called. Oh, maybe it is. You know what? Maybe it is called the chevron. I probably am calling it the wrong thing. You know the other one that I recently found out about is like, you know how in apps and stuff there's 3 lines? Yeah, that's called the burger. The burger. The 3 lines? Like, what a stupid... I guess it's a fine name. But why did... Well, like, they could have called it a sandwich. Well, how'd they choose burger? Could have been a hot dog from the side, you know? They chose burger. One thing I will say is just pay attention, not financial advice, but MHP resilience is lower than it was the previous interactions. Every other time we interacted with MHP during this session, resilience was, well, you know, much farther above zero. This interaction, it's neutral. So that gives me a little pause. Neon, Clyde is saying your message can't be sent to Slacks in the Discord. It's SLACKS. There might be a like there might be fake there might be fake Slackses. There's a dedicated contest channel. Yeah. Someone said, what does that mean? I'm not sure. You probably are. That question probably refers to about the MHP resilience being lower. So what that means, it's not an exact science, but essentially it means that MHP will be less strong to the long side now than it would have been earlier, right? Because like, let's say you bounce off MHP and resilience is here. And then you bounce off MH, and then you're coming to MHP and resilience is even higher, or around the same, right? Technically, that means that more stocks in the underlying index, if it's higher, have gone up. That's what it means. So it's just like it's like if you could just be watching all 500 stocks in the S&P, and you'd be like, oh, you know, more of them are above their MHP than were earlier. Remington, great question though. Great question. Now I don't, you know, that's like a nuance I look at. If everything else looked good, and this was like, let's say the first time if everything else looked good, I wouldn't pay that much attention to that. But I just, you know, I can't help but notice it. What is my take on PW and BDH? What are those acronyms? PW and BDH. I don't know what that is. Is that an indicator or what? Tell me what that is, and then I can give you an answer. Pat W. Pat and his show. Other YouTubers. Patrick Whelan. Oh, Patrick Whelan. I know who that is. I know who that is. He's used to trade small cap stocks. Now he trades futures. Yeah, no, I know who that guy is. What's my thoughts on him? I don't have thoughts on him. I don't have thoughts on him. That's my thoughts. I don't have them. Let's see. What else we got? Should we do one more boot camp? Let's, okay, 6. So we're down to 5 BC. We're going back. We're going forward in time. You heard I hate on PW? Dude, I don't really hate on anyone. I don't really care what anyone else is doing. I do my own thing. People do them. Do you, boo? When someone's doing something, I say, do you, boo? Do you? Okay. Whatever people do, that's their own prerogative. I don't care. I don't really have opinions on. I don't have any opinions. I have opinions on like people who like scam people. I don't know if he does that, but you know, I don't really know anything about the guy. All right, let's do another boot camp giveaway. Reset tool. Reset your tool, boy. All right. Type boot camp in chat. Rod Trade says people who want to create controversy. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to do that with me. All right. People want. Okay, type boot camp in chat. Let's do it. Boot camp. Boot camp. Boot camp, boot camp. All right, guys. We have a very detailed. For those of you who are new here, some members of our community, they created a really detailed diagram just to help you find the like button and what to do with it. So just take a look right there. We have a very detailed diagram. There it is. There's your detailed diagram. Smash the like button. Is it too much to ask? Smash the like button. There's a few ways you could do it. You could stomp on it like that. We got a couple of alternative methods you can use. You could punch it. You could just sledgehammer it on the floor. Or you could, you know, punch it like you're punching this wood board. That's a stationary one above me right now. Timothy said, how'd we get the trading lyrical music? It is cool, right? It's cool. The music is cool. So our community has a Discord. There's a link for it in the description. If you go there, there's a song submission channel. So what members of the community do is they submit these AI generated songs. They like write the lyrics, or they write the lyrics with the assistance of AIs, and then they use predominantly, I believe it's called Suno. That's the AI song generator that they craft their art in. Ian said none of these like button options are good for your monitor. No, they're all pretty dangerous for your monitor, especially this one. Look, this guy's got broken screens in the background. I've never broke a screen trading. I've closed a door really hard and the hinges have moved back in the day, but that's about it. I never broke a screen. I never broke a screen. What the heck that trading in this market is dangerous for monitors? It can be. It can be. Let's see what we got here. Matoski. All right, let's see what we got here. Nice. All right. All right. We got, let's see. Oh, you know what? Guys, I had to reset the giveaway engine. I had to reset the giveaway engine. Type bootcamp again if you just typed it. That's my apologies. That's my apologies. Type bootcamp. I fumbled it. I fumbled it. How many cups of barley tea am I drinking a day? Probably like 3 or 4. Probably 3 or 4. Something like that. I gotta turn on the AC. It's cold down here in this office right now. I mean, it's hot down here. All right. Still just rotating in this table block. All right, so just to reiterate the analysis, right? So the interaction around the hedge pressure this morning on ES lined up really nice with the seeds level. Traded that. Monthly hedge pressure lined up really nice with the seeds level. Traded that. Now, monthly hedge pressure resilience is lower than it was earlier. And now we're just starting to rotate in what is a stable block on seeds. And, even though it's not called that on Rocket Scooter, like I know, because monthly hedge pressure is a high volume pivot. The close is a high volume pivot. Hedge pressure is a high volume pivot. So what does that mean? Like we've just got these pivots almost equally distanced from each other. So I see a stable block in seeds, and now I'm seeing pretty much the same thing in Rocket Scooter, like a large cluster of volume equally separated from each other. I'm like, all right, this could be just a rotation spot. Could just be a rotation spot. So the two things I'm kind of watching is if we get back down to this decision block, right? This pivot 26,272, when we interacted with that pivot this morning, let me scroll back. Right? When we were here on that seeds level, we were at hedge pressure on ES. Right? So there was confluence there. So I've got my eye on that zone and those two levels down there. If we get back down there, because we've also got the bottom of the bull zone right there as well. So I would rather see us sell off down to there and then be able to read the action down there than for us to just grind higher. Like if we reclaim MHP, I don't know. Like it's not that interesting to me. But if we sell down, it's more interesting. I'm more interested in watching down there than I am up there. Matoski said something. To enter all giveaways, follow our new Twitter, Prop Scores. As a prerequisite, if your name is drawn, submit a screenshot of you following to Slacks. Okay, so in honor of our new Prop Score website that's coming out, which will help you compare compare different prop accounts based on a score, mathematically modeled score that's assigned to the account. So it'll help you understand things like drawdown per dollar spent, amount of time it'll take to get to the first payout based on the difficulty of the account. So follow that Twitter. That'll help you get access to our giveaways, and it will also help you compare prop accounts when we go live with that site. All the stream followers, you'll be able to gain access to our beta as well. We'll be releasing that to everyone soon. Dubkey says it sucks you're not on Twitter. Well, I mean, you just create an account. It's free email address. You can create an account. All right. 34 entries. Here we go. Let's do our giveaway. We start our countdown at 7. Let's do it. Giveaway engine brave. All right, here we go. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pick a winner. That's a long name. I'm just gonna say that person 9156. Long name 9156. Are you in chat? Are you in chat with that long name of yours? Everyone's saying respin. Give the guy a minute. All right, they're in chat. Okay. Oh, I see it now. It's Bello Abdul Muiz. Bello Abdul Muiz. All right. Abdul, congratulations. You're a winner. Click the link in the description for the Discord. Go to the contest channel. Message the admin name Slacks. Send him a screenshot of your YouTube ID and a screenshot of your Twitter following the Prop Score account. The link is there's a pinned message on how to do that. And you can claim your prize. You're a winner. Congratulations. Congratulations. Let's see where we're at on price here. Okay, price getting above monthly hedge pressure resilience dropping. Remington's having a tough time out there. Hey Remington, listen. I would tell you, this is a kind of session where this morning's action was so clean. Like the price was moving really clean this morning around levels. And if you weren't able to capitalize on the morning, not financial advice, but don't bang your head against the wall. You know, this action has become a lot more, I mean, for me, I feel difficult to read. Like, we're overshooting the pivots now. It's a lot messier now, and volume slowed down. So don't bang your head against the wall. There's a session tomorrow. I always tell, you know, like, if your edge ain't there, don't push it. You'll be mad if we have some banger session tomorrow and you already, you know, blew it up today. I've asked this before, but I'm going to ask it again. And Remington, are you still here? Let's see if Remington's still here, because Remington will probably benefit from the answers to this. Where's MHP on NQ? MHP on NQ's out of bounds. Jay Whistle. MHP on NQ's out of bounds. It's at 26,055. Okay, Remington left, so Remington's going to miss out on the answers, but either way, let's ask this question. So I'm just going to ask, respond directly in chat. So the answer to this will depend on your frequency of trade. Like, if you trade 1 to 3 setups a day, then maybe your answer to this might be -2. If you usually take 10 to 15 trades a day, your answer to this might be a higher number. But answer in chat, say the number of trades you usually take per day, and if you set a max loss for the session, like, what is it? Like, let's say you risk $1,000 per trade, and you usually take 3 trades per session. You know, do you set your session max loss at 2,000, 3,000, 4,000? Like, how many risk units do you set as your max loss, if you set one? And how many trades a day do you usually take? That would have helped Remington, because some people, if they're having a bad session, they just keep pushing and pushing and pushing, bang their head against the wall, and then they got a knocked up head by the end of the session. Two trades a day, 200 a trade for 50K accounts. Depends on if there's consistency rule. Well, more thinking about like even if you trade with a prop account, think about it like if it was a cash account. You know, how much of your risk per, how many multiples of your risk per trade are you willing to take in a drawdown in a single session? Shoot for max consistency. It's interesting. A lot of answers are prop. How many of you base? Let me ask you a different question. How many people base like the sizing of their trades more based on the rules of the prop firm versus just how much drawdown you totally have? Adam said we broke. No, there's nothing wrong with prop trading is great. I'm not saying anything bad against that. I'm just, a lot of people started responding based on the prop rules. Based on prop trading. Zale from Finland's in the house. What's up, Zale? Rules plus drawdown are critical. Then 0.5% risk. Yeah, you know, that's interesting. So I guess the so does that mean you all do change your strategy? Who changes their strategy based on the prop account? Or do you just find a prop account that matches your style? Because you know, I don't know. I guess since I just trade the prop like it's a mini regular account, I never thought about all those different rules. Find a prop that matches your style. You'll love the prop score site. Find a prop that matches the edge. Okay, yeah, that's smart. So I wonder, is there, because I know, like, I don't trade this way, but you know how some people trade with a low accuracy, high risk reward? Like, you know, maybe they have a 33% hit rate, but they trade 2-to-1, 3-to-1 trades. For those traders, I bet the consistency rule probably messes them up a lot. Because if they have some huge day, it's gonna blow up their consistency out of the water, probably. Like 1-to-1 traders probably do better on the prop firms. I guess it's all about comparing the rules. Auntie said, what's the best way for me? So for me, I just, you know, because I'm not trading to extract maximum. I'm not like trying to build a bankroll off the prop firm. So I'm not like, I'm just trading them like miniature regular accounts. So, you know, I'm not like taking big swings. I'm just saying whatever the percentage of drawdown available is, I size based off of that. And I haven't really changed my size for the entire journey. 2 to 6 micros. HS said, am I looking for a trade now? I've been very active in today's session because it was so clean, but it has kind of got a little bit choppy now. There's two things I'm watching. And paying attention to. There was a lot of information. There was a lot of information available to me today for today's session. Information that I've not had available to me for a while. Hedge pressure on ES was inbounds. Monthly hedge pressure on ES was inbounds. So immediately I'm like, I like that, right? Because I have levels to find confluence. And then the main pivot I had on seeds lined up with hedge pressure by proxy. So I traded that zone. And then MHP area and a seeds level also lined up by proxy. So that was a tradable area. So the session had a lot of information available to me. It was good confluences, but what's happening now is the morning action was really clean. Now two things have happened. Volatility has slowed down, along with well, mainly volume has slowed down. And volatility, the market's just kind of moving a bit more in slow motion now. Monthly hedge pressure resilience is lower than it was this morning. So I'm more interested. The two areas I'm watching are monthly hedge pressure and hedge pressure. Right, but I'm less interested in a reclaim of monthly hedge pressure. I'm more interested in a sell-off down to hedge pressure and that bull zone bottom, and to see how we transact down there. Because to me, this spot is just worn out. This spot's worn out. I beat this. I've already hit this spot. So, like 3 times. So. 2 times. I hit it twice, and once I thought about it, but I didn't. Boosted Dime said, do I follow liquidity map position sizing guidelines or I have my own sizing method? I have my own sizing. I have my own sizing method. But like it usually ends up like I'm taking into account all of the indicators and auxiliary indicators in Rocket Scooter. So like it does come into account, but it's not like an exact thing. It's not an exact thing. But if you're trading just that and you're like if you're newer, if you don't already have an established system that you use for sizing and everything, it's really good to follow, in my opinion. It's good to have that structure. Yeah. Good question though. Good question. Oh, Adam Daz has asked a good question. How do I size based on my drawdown? Great, that's a really good question. So there's two answers to that. Okay, so first is what would be like my average risk per trade based on the available drawdown, right? So for the props, what I do is let's say the standard parameters for the account have $1,500 of drawdown. I'll split that into 3, so like $500, and then I'll say, I'm gonna divide that by 2 or 3 for the risk per trade. But it's more like the risk per session, and because sometimes I'll risk more of my session on a single trade. Right, that's like translating from my live account trading. Like if I say I have X number of dollars that I'm willing to risk in a specific day, and it's going to be different for everyone. For some people, it'll be $5,000. For some people, it'll be $30,000. For some people, it'll be $50,000. Whatever your risk is that you're willing to draw down during a day, during a single session, the way I trade is I don't always say, okay, I'm going to risk $10,000 on this one trade. I might say, I'm going to risk more of my day on a specific setup. Like I size trades dynamically. A trade usually ends up about 1/3 of my drawdown will be my typical risk per trade. But sometimes, I might risk 10% of my day on a trade. Sometimes I might risk 50% of my day on a trade. It just depends on the setup and what kind of environment we're in. It just depends. It just depends. So to me, like there's two kinds of risk unit. There's like my overall risk for the day, like the day's risk size. And then there's like the risk unit size on how much am I risking per trade. Some people are very structured with it. Some people are a little bit more fluid. There's no right or wrong. There's no right or wrong way. Okay. Let me give you an example of when I would risk more of my day. Let me give an example of when I would risk more of my day on one setup. Okay. Today's an example of I would have done it if I was more confident in the overall market environment. Right? I would have done it if I was more confident in the overall market environment. Well, actually, no. There's only 10 points of difference between bull zone bottom and bear zone top. So actually, no. Today wouldn't have been a day for this. But a day where I will risk more of my day on one setup is usually a day where I have a strong directional bias, and we have a setup, usually the first prime setup of the day. And the setup is that there's a single pivot or stack of pivots all in a close region of each other. And then beyond that stack of pivots, there is a large amount of price distance to be traveled before the next tradable pivot will be reached. So that basically means I can hit that one area hard in the direction that my bias is, because I'm going to know if I'm wrong quickly without having to like worry about scaling in at this level, that level, because the next level is so far away. That's the kind of setup where I'm like, okay, like let's say I have a long bias, and let's say we open and I have a seed zone and I have the seeds pivot, and then we have MHP, we have positive MHP resilience, maybe we have a bull zone bottom, and then we got a whole bunch of nothing below, and we pull into that area. That's the kind of setup where I'll risk more of my day on one setup, because I'm like, well, I'm long bias, I got stacked zones, I got nothing below. I'm going to hit this hard, I'm going to know if I'm right, I'm going to know if I'm wrong, and, you know, that's it. It's not like, well, maybe that's the level. Maybe the level below it's the level. Maybe I should put on a little bit of size here and see how it reacts if we go lower. I don't have to play that game. So that's an example of my thought process that I go through when I'm sizing my trades. Hopefully that makes sense. Because, you know, not every session is the same. It's not an exact science. I wish it was. I love exact things. It's just not that. It's not like that. All right, let's do a giveaway. Hopefully that answer helped. There's no right answer to that. I wish there was. You know, because sometimes I'll size down on a trade and it's a home run trade, and sometimes, you know, 1 out of 3 times, usually I'll hit a trade hard and I'll get smoked. That's just the nature of the business. All right, giveaway engine, minimize. Adam Des says, agree, amazing plan. Yeah, I mean, it just depends on the landscape of the levels. Keyword size matters. It depends on the landscape of the levels, though. Tevlog says, new here, do I trade full-time? I do trade full-time, but I only stream, we have 3 streams a day, so I don't stream full-time, but we have a morning stream hosted by Matt, aka Matoski. I'm on at 1:30, and then we have Sir Darb on at 7 p.m. Eastern. Okay, so let's reset our giveaway engine here. All right, let's get some suggestions for the code word. It's time for a prop account giveaway. It's time for a prop account giveaway. Boosted Time says, is Matt a good boss? I would consider Matt's more like a partner. He's a good partner. He is a good partner. All right. Carrot. People saying carrot. Which firm? Let's see. Lucid 50K. Lucid 50K. DRBJ. Hey, DRVJ, stick around. I'm not going to use blow off top today because this isn't really a blow off top. You know, I don't know if this doesn't really feel like a blow off top. Like, you know, when you have like a squeeze, like look at like, we were talking about it a couple months ago, Tilray. Look at TLRY from like 2018. Look at that daily chart. Like there was like a blow off top around like 300. That's what I picture when I say blow off top. Everyone's saying carrot already. Whole bunch of bots. I gotta fly in my office. It's driving me nuts. The code word's not carrot. Okay, the code word's not carrot. The code word's not carrot. NOTCARROT. Anyone out there ever accidentally spell carrot with 1 R and 2 T's? I feel like I would do that. 1 R and 2 T's. We're monitoring. Lucid 50K Flex. So Rocket Scooter is still the code that works for Lucid. And then any of the ones in the top of the banner, you can use code Rocket Scooter. We're going to be changing, but any other firm that you trade with, you can start using code SCORE in celebration of the new site. 392 people in the house, 274 likes. So some people might not know this, but we have we've been advertising this lately. We've got community submitted instructions on how to hit the like button, and a few people created diagrams for us. That fly just landed on my finger. Imagine if it landed and I just mashed the buy 10 button. All right, there's the instructions. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Right there. Smash the like button. Yeah, this is, look at this. Chop around MHP. That seeds pivot and MHP kind of lining up. They're both providing resistance right now. We're just basing under it. We might blast through it, but I don't know. I don't like the setup. That zone worn out. It's more like a rotational zone now. 405 people in the house. If you're just joining, we're giving away a proprietary account. We got 400 people in the house, 291 likes. We're trying to get the likes up to let's think big, 5,000. One day. All right, let's see what we got here. 233 entries. All right, it's getting cold in here now. And let's see, how many boot camps? Okay, so we still got 5 boot camps to give away. 5 BC. 5 BC. Not carrot. The reason people are typing in this word, if you're just joining, it's the code word for the giveaway. It's the code word for the giveaway. It's a Lucid Flex 50K account. We're at 300 likes. Looks like people have been watching listening to the instructions. Let's see. Oh, you know, there's a couple. There's some good country songs. I'm gonna. If you guys want me to play the 3, I got 3 country songs on this playlist I'm working on. This fly driving me nuts. We can do country after this if you guys want. You guys let me know. All right. 258 entries. Let's do the giveaway. It's 326. All right, and then we got 250K accounts to give away. All right. 277 entries. Rogue of the Land said, "You guess your chopped liver." I don't know what you guys are talking about. Carby says no country. Yeah, a lot of people, countries love or hate. I love it. I missed your message. What was the message? If you messaged me on Discord, I wouldn't have seen it. The only time I see Discord messages is if you tell me specifically to look at it. Like, I got a Discord message today, but the person told me, hey, there's a message for you. Because otherwise I don't see them. It doesn't send me alerts. Oh, you made a new song. All right, I'll check it out. Okay. Let's do a 2. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pick a winner. Okay, so our winner is Killahertz 007. Congratulations on your win. You won yourself a prop account. Congrats. Rigged. Killahertz, congratulations. You's a winner. Type something in chat. It could be the word something. Whatever you need. Killahertz. Don't make me start a countdown. Come on now. Oh, Rickroll. Guys, I got Rickrolled so hard in college. I'll tell you this. It's not that funny of a story, but... Okay, Killahertz is here. You claim your prize. Code words rigged. Congratulations, Killahertz. You's a winner. Here's how you claim your prize. I'm going to try to say it fast again, guys. Ready? Let me warm up my voice. Okay, here we go. I got a real clean one through earlier. I'm going to try it one more time. We're on a rush to see how fast I could say it. Ready? Click the link in the description for the Discord. Go to the contest channel. Message the admin name / with a screenshot of YouTube ID, and he'll hook you up. That was pretty clean. Now in slow motion. Click the link in the description for the Discord. Go to the contest channel. Message the admin name / and he will hook you up. He's going to need a screenshot of your YouTube ID. And he's also going to need a screenshot of... Go to Twitter and follow our... There's a link pinned. Go to Twitter and follow the... Go to the Twitter account and follow the Prop Score Twitter account. Congratulations, you's a winner. Yeah, Rogue, share the link. But no, actually, you got to post it because the quickest way for me to gain access to it to quickly play on stream is through the Discord. For Suno, I have like this website that I go to that like downloads it and stuff, but it's easier for me to get it from Discord without having to use that app. That particular giveaway is over, but we've got one more. For one of the most popular accounts in the history of prop accounts, it's a TPT 50K account. Creative Wall Printing's in the house. What's up, G? Congratulations on being here. I got a fly in my office. Natural gas has great price action. Falling wedge on the 4 hour. You know what? Hasn't been since like, it's been, I would say 10 years. I wonder if I could still look at my trades from 10 years ago in NinjaTrader. I traded natural gas a few times back in the day. Probably 10 years ago. All right, let's get another playlist started here. Bangers 01. Bangers. All right, let's see. We got a new song we're about to play. Hey, so for those of you, I like Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber's music's fine by me. I have no issue with the guy. Justin Bieber's fine. A lot of people, I think a lot of people didn't like his music or something. I thought it was fine. 333, you just posted it? It's called Tuck Yourself. Am I allowed to play it? Isn't that Darb's? That's Darb's, what's it called? That's his, like, signature. I don't know if I should play that. It's appropriate? Darb, are you in chat? Is Darb in chat? I feel like if it's a Tuck Yourself song, he should be the one to debut it. Because that's kind of his catch line. Like, I would play it after he debuts it. Oh, Darb's in chat. Darb says play it. All right, we've got the permission. We got the permission. What's up, Darb? All right, let's debut it here. Thank you, Darb. We appreciate that. All right. Okay. Tuck Yourself house mix. Let's go. All right, here we go. The world premiere. Let me turn up the volume a little bit. Properties. How many decibels do we want? I'm gonna juice it up. 9 dB. I'll just go 6. Not trying to go crazy. All right, 6 dB boost. Here we go. Tuck Yourself house mix in 3, 2, 1. Already a good start. I like the synth.
For all the times that you played your charades, and all the ways you rickrolled and stole my games. Think you broke my trading heart on market, for goodness sake. You think I'm revenge trading on my own? Well, I ain't. And I didn't even plan to make this song. Didn't want these traders thinking I still care, I don't. But you still hit my stops up, and now I see just what you're on. Yeah, market, I'll be moving on. And I know you're a game I can't control. All that pressure building up, no holding back.
It's Poppy.
I guess you showed that my ego don't like you, and it likes everyone.
It's good.
Jumped in too soon, and I've been so caught up in the trade. Didn't see what you were on, but now I know.
In Suno, do you choose the BPM, or does it suggest it based on reference tracks? It's good. What's this, like 145? What's the BPM of this? I don't really know BPMs. I just feel like that's usually what the dance songs are. Am I wrong? Probably wrong.
But when you showed me that you hated the trends, the only problem was with you and not them. And every time you
Oh, it's 90? Wow.
and tried to make me forget where it came from. And I didn't even plan to make this song.
No, he says it's 120 to 126. Damn, I was only 9 off, 10 off. I could be a BPM meter. Not a very accurate one. Yeah, not very accurate. Okay, Jay has a question. Okay, so Jay, looks like you followed the instructions for setting up your tickers. You set up 2 panes like NQ and ES, but why are you still seeing S&P resilience under NQ chart? Good question. So the S&P resilience and the NQ resilience, they're actually separate indicators. So what you need to do is just click on the left chart, whatever direction you have. If you have NQ on left, click on the left, go down here where you have S&P resilience, hit the X, that'll remove it from your chart, and then go up here to indicators, type in RES, and then you'll see NQ100 resilience. Click on that and it will appear at the bottom of your chart. Okay? It'll appear at the bottom of your chart. Now, Jay Bloom and everyone else listening, one other thing, some people like it can be helpful for some people if they follow like the largest 1 minute candle in the last hour as a stop distance method. One thing that can help those people is instead of looking at the chart and being like, oh, which one's the largest candle, and then identifying it and measuring it, what you can do is you can just go to indicators, type in true, add average true range, okay? Then click the little gear icon, set the input length to 1, and for style, set it to histogram. And what that will do is under each candle, it will show the size of that candle. So like you can easily just look at this and you can look like in one instant, you could be like, oh, there was a 105 point, there was a 94 point candle at 12:30. Now these are 5 minute candles, but you would change it to 1 minute. Right, and like you could see, like let's say 5 minutes into the open, you want to see like what are the candle sizes, right? Let me just scroll back. You don't have to pay attention to like trying to measure the candles with the measuring tool and all that. You could just look at this and be like, oh yeah, the candles are about 35 points and we've got a spike candle that was 59 points, right? Because each bar will represent the size of the candle above it. So, you know, I don't do that because I have my own thing for stop distance setting. But if you follow the 1 minute candle in the last hour method, this can be helpful. A 1 period ATR essentially just becomes a bar for the size of the candle above. Okay, it's an alternate method of the way you can use that indicator. It becomes not really an average true range, it becomes range. Because otherwise it could slow you down if you gotta like look at the candles, but which one's the biggest? That one looks the biggest, and then you break out the measuring tool. Let's forget that. That's too much work. I'm liquidity. Yes, the largest 1 minute candle of the last hour. That's what the strategy suggests. So that's what that indicator would do. The largest, not, oh, you use the average of the last hour. You've heard a lot of people use the largest 1 minute. Yeah. The average of the last hour would just be more, you know, it's more of an average. But like the largest 1 minute in the last hour would more be like in a news driven environment. You could account for if there's news while you're in your trade. You could be like, well, you know, there was a tweet 45 minutes ago and it had a 78 point candle. So you could be like, well, if there's news while I'm in the trade, I can expect a 78 point candle sort of thing. So that's why, you know, that's used. There's no perfect stop distance. You know, like a perfect example is look at this seed zone. Like, you know, we were bouncing off the pivot, but then like, look, the exact stop is actually here. Like, you know, it's not exact. You know, it's an area because you could see it bounced off that. It bounced off where the stop would go. You know, and let's see, MHP was at 7071 and the bottom was 7063, you know, so 20% away from the stop. You know, there's no like exact, there's no exact thing. I wish there was. I wish there was. That would be cool. That would be cool. Crystal ball would be so cool. 7 minutes to mock. Market on close.
We can't be still.
Should we get let's get some early suggestions for the code word. Clear message, not clear messages, reset tool. Damn. Guess we ain't gonna get that sell-off in the hedge pressure, huh?
Man, it's a hot day. Trading charts in a different way.
All right, I've already picked the code word. I'll announce it. I'll announce it in 3 minutes. I've already picked it though. One jumped out at me right off the bat. What city am I in? I'm in Las Vegas, Nevada. Vegas, baby. Tuck Flips is flying to Vegas tomorrow. You flying here for leisure, for business? You getting into shenanigans or what? Tuck.
Dealer flow, it's in control. Monthly hedges take their
You got a show at the convention center? What's the show? It's pretty easy to stroll into those shows. There was a pizza convention there. I just strolled on in. Just acted like I was supposed to be there. It was cool.
every breakout seems delayed.
It was for like restaurateurs. They had like a lot of pizza ovens and stuff on display. I just did the whole like the security was there and I just did the whole thing. Like there was like a place where people with all the passes would like go outside of the center to get drinks and snacks, and I like there was a group of them walking in and I just like was on my phone. I was like, yeah man, yeah, I'm looking at it right now, yeah, and I just walked through and no one I just slipped through. I'm not going to EDC, no go on EDC. National Association of Broadcasters, Amazon production company, stuff like that. Hey, I wonder if they'll have a whole bunch of microphones. You think they'll have a whole bunch of microphones on display? I like this microphone. It's a pretty boutique microphone. It's by a company, I think it's called Ethos. What's it called? Ethos. There's another microphone I wanted to try out. This one's called I tried the Shure SM7B. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. Ethos. What's this mic? Ethos mic. Let's see. This is called an Earthworks Ethos. This is I like this one. There was one other microphone I wanted to try. Telvlog says, wow, that's a great mic. It is a great mic. And you know what? It was a $700 mic. And then I guess to compete with, Shure, they reduced the price to like $450. So yeah, the Electro Voice RE20. I would like to try that one. Oh, I'd like to try that one. This mic's really flat. You have to EQ it. I changed the foam on it. It comes with a really dense foam. I got a foam from a different mic and cut it and modified it. Makes it a little bit more airy up top.
Prophets blur like death in motion, a screen of hope, nothing more, a sea of caution, fingers trembling, the heart sleep.
But yeah, the RE20 I heard has a lot of it's got a lot of character right off the bat. Oh, Tuckflip said you sell all sorts of mics? Well, Tuckflips probably knows all the different mics. Yeah, I don't know about all the different ones. Earthworks Ethos is nice. And then, yeah, the RE20. I don't know a lot about all the different ones. But I just find it cool how they all sound a little bit different. This one you gotta drive the compressor a little bit harder, otherwise it's a little bit too crisp. All right, let's get, okay, so here's the code word. Okay, the code word is, where was it? Let me scroll up, I forgot already. Okay, the code word is only up. Only up. ONLYUP. Only up. That's the code word. Only up. It's a 50K TPT account. TPT 50K. Look at this scoundrel of a market. Look at this scoundrel whipping around. Alright, so we did reclaim MHP along with that seeds level. We did reclaim it. Oh look, we barely made it to the target. We barely, like, we technically did. We just made it just before the target. Only up, that's your code word. Great session today. A+ for me. Nice liquid session. Makes me excited for next week. Makes me very excited for next week. And tomorrow. But especially next week, be nice to see if this cleanliness continues. Today was the first day where we've had pivots to trade off of on Rocket Scooter that were inbounds in a while. And they were nice and responsive. Nice sharp action at them, so yeah. Hopefully it stays like that. We'll see. Let's see what we got. 130 entrants so far. Code word is only up. Only up. TPT 50K test, $3,000 target, $2,000 max drawdown. Solid account. They offer daily payouts. It's intra-session. It's intra-session, but it stops following you after you get through the buffer.
Quiet hum within, lines I draw, then drunken, never sure where to begin. Little pulse under my skin.
ST909 just signed up for the membership to the channel. Congratulations. What cool guy made this song? No idea. No, I'm just kidding. I added this to the I think I added this to 2 playlists. Let me see. Yeah. Karina loves this song. Mara, you lost 2 funded accounts overtrading today? Damn. Let me guess. The overtrading was the afternoon, not the morning, because the morning was clean. So I'm guessing you lost them in the afternoon. Mara. When'd you lose them? This morning or this afternoon? Okay, so two questions. Eva Trade says, is there a way to trade mock? So I mean, technically yes. Like if market on close is occurring right when you're at a pivot, I mean technically you could trade it. But I mean, it's just it's not really my style. Like if I'm in a position, I usually want to be flat by mock. And I'm not usually like opening a trade that late in the session, so it wouldn't apply to like me to be trading it. Me trading mock would more be like me in a position, it's not quite at a target, not quite at a stop, and it's about to be market on close. But it's just because there tends to be some random action before the market actually moves towards the liquidity. So basically, the way I view timed events is almost like an elevator unlock, right? It's kind of like the market is moving to find and traverse towards liquidity, right? When there's a news event or when there's some sort of timed event and that movement is happening, a lot of times like the market thins out for a second. So it's almost like the elevator's unlocked, right? And the market can move really, really rapidly without any rhyme or reason before it kind of stabilizes. I don't like to be part of that craziness. If I know it's a timed event. It's like, market on close, it's a timed event every day. And then someone else asked a question. Oh, Eva Trade said you thought you could make something from the numbers. Oh, I personally don't look at the numbers. I treat it like news. I don't look at it. I know that something's happening. I know the timing of it, but I don't look at the output because it affects my intra-session read of the chart. I get biased if I read the news. I don't do well with knowing what's going on. Because I'll be like, oh, the market should do this. So I really perform poorly when I try to interpret the news, rather than just be a purist with the chart. But I do pay attention to the timing of news. Because I know, oh, there's a rate decision at this time. I make sure I know that because I know there's an expected catalyst. But yeah, I think maybe some people look at the numbers for market on close and they derive something from it. I do not. And then someone else asked a question. Do I think the market's choppy because it's at highs and doesn't know where to go? I think the market's choppy today's session because the market found a balance. The market found a nice liquid balance spot up here. It was a really liquid session. So that's why I think we're stuck right now in today's session. We just found a nice balance area right now. Could be it's a temporary balance area probably, but the market stabilized. The market was very stable and very liquid and very healthy today. Like pivot response was really nice. Tape was really easy to read. You know, yeah, it was just that kind of session. I'm like, oh, market likes being here today. Okay, 2 minutes to the close. Only up. We got 251 entries. Let's share our giveaway engine. It's time for the countdown. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's time to pick a winner. Pick a winner. Z, is that Zia or is that ZZ? ZZ Reader? Is that Zia or ZZ? I don't know. Shasha? It's Shasha? Is that how you say that? Is that Shasha? That must be like Rigatory? Rigatory. Yous are crazy. Rigged. Jaja, are you in chat? Jaja. Jaja's here. Jaja said the room shows up. Congratulations. Jaja knows what's up. Congratulations on your win, Jaja. Can you type out the phonic? What's that word where it's like how you say something? The phonic spelling? I'm not good with vocab. The phonic? Is it the phonics? Like type out the phonic way of saying it. I don't know what that word is. The phonetic? It's basically like you type out how people are supposed to say something. The phonetic? Phonetic punctuation. Phonetic. Shasha? Okay, it is Shasha. Shasha, okay. Basically, like, the phonetics is like how you would say something in IRL. Oh, look at this. We're selling right back off to the open. Is that what's happening? Little post-market shenanigans. Just like he just said, Shasha. Okay. Shasha, congratulations. Shasha, I never saw you in chat. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of the community. ADHD Crafts in the house. Phonetic? Yeah. Jaja is the genre of novel? Interesting. Alright, we're selling off right to the middle of a stable block. SPY open and MHP right on top of each other. So, a nice liquid spot to close. So this makes sense. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for having me. Also, thank you so much for everyone who submitted community artwork. That was really cool. That was really fun. So I appreciated that. And if you ever submit anything to me and I don't say anything, just let me know in chat and then I'll look it up. Thank you everyone for being here. It's time for some snackage for me. Time to eat something. Until tonight is the last night session of the week until Sunday. Matoski's in the house. What's up, Matoski? Make sure you tune in to Darb stream tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern. There'll be several thousand people there if the trend continues. And tune into Matoski, aka Matt stream tomorrow morning at 8:30 Eastern. Until then, I'm out. Peace.
city